Hi there, Dr. Onalee here. It is my intention to fully help you come home to who God created you to be. When we are fully in our power and our worth and our security and connected with our Creator, we are not attracted to narcissists. We do not stay with narcissists. We do not entertain them. And one of the big topics that's coming up, if you follow me on Instagram as well, is you're going to see I'm talking about avoidance. That is another kind of narcissist that we talk about. They aren't usually as extreme with the gaslighting and the reactive abuse, but they are still very selfish people and they're very good with their words and what they do when they have absence from you. An avoidant does not do well with emotional connection. And so they might be telling you you're the one and they've never felt this way and they want to be in a relationship with you. But the moment you start being vulnerable and opening up to them and showing them your empathetic heart, they start to run. They start to find excuses of why they don't like you, why they're turned off about you. They might even talk shit to their friends and their family of all the reasons of why you might not be a fit for them. Even though you're an amazing fit, you're actually out of their league. And so they are going to try to find ways to not fully love you and let them in. They are deeply wounded and traumatized too. The problem is that instead of leaning into the love and really healing their wounds, they end up running away from it and causing more chaos. Take an inventory of the avoidance past history. What have they said about their exes and why their exes broke up with them or left them? Or what are some of the things they've experienced? Or what are the things they've said about some of the other women in their life? Take an honest look and you will start to see they most likely have gained your empathy on their situation and have made you think that their exes are all of these kind of things. That's very common. And what also is common is that they don't take accountability. They are constantly blaming and projecting outwards. The biggest thing that I want to warn you about with an avoidant so that you don't go another year of your life dealing with an avoidant and wasting 5 years of your life like I did with my situationship is that they are very motivated by not having you in their life. When you block them, when you close the door, when you say that you're done, when you're about to file for divorce, when you are not there or you're threatening to not be there, this is what gets their attention. This is when they start saying and doing all the things that you've been wanting. They say that they love you. They say that you're the one. They say that they want to plan for marriage. They say that they're going to change and they're going to do this, this, and this. And the problem with this is usually right at first, they do those things, which is even more frustrating because now you know that they're capable of it. The problem is it doesn't last because once they have you and they've got you again, the energy has worn away and they go back into their normal behavior, their real character. And this is why you pull away again, you get mad, and then they step it up and the cycle doesn't end. What I came to realize in my life when I ended it with the very last avoidant in my life was that the conversations kept getting so dragged out and they were constantly about what are we? We would break up, get back together, break up, get back together, block, get unblock. Somebody would reach out to me to unblock this person and he wanted another chance and he claimed I'm the one. But the problem was is that I let him back in and I wasn't even having fun with him then. Our conversations were more of, well, let's see where this goes and tiptoeing around. And I said no. I was in a Walmart parking lot and I went, no, I want to have freaking fun. I want to be in love. I want to be happy. I don't want to be questioning what are we, what's going on, where are we going, and being so freaking careful, not when it comes to love. And that is where I had to be honest with myself. This is where you get to be honest with yourself. How much are you justifying and saying love's just hard? Love takes work. Love takes sacrifice. This is just how it is. Nobody's perfect. And it's keeping you stuck in a very less than desirable situation. When you truly love somebody, think about maybe your high school love or your middle school love or your early college love. Were you sitting there needing to think of what are we? Where is this going? Are they the one? No, you were just having fun with them. You were in love. You were laughing. You were giggling. You were going to the movies. You were holding hands. You were kissing. You were going on dates. You were enjoying the person. If you're not experiencing that, I invite you to just ask yourself, why don't you get to have that? Why do you not believe that exists? Why does that not get to be your story? Why does that just have to be a fairy tale or not real life? I want to be a person on the planet that gets to help you believe that you get to have that you get to be with your soulmate, you get to be with your love of your life, you get to be happy, joyful, and free the way God wants us to be. We are not meant to constantly be wondering, what are we? We're not meant to constantly be arguing. We're not meant to constantly be withholding love and fun. So you might love the avoidant. I loved the avoidant, one of them in my life, not the situationship, but when I was in a relationship with until I realized they were an avoidant, I did love them. And there were amazing characteristics and qualities. Sometimes I think we forget that when we see the things that aren't okay with us, we sometimes then overall say that they weren't good, and that's not true. I can find the good in this person, and I can see his generosity and how he stepped up in the ways he knew to. But it wasn't how I wanted to feel. So I can love that person from afar. I can wish them well, but I can say that this is not my husband. This is not my soulmate. This is not my forever love. And this starts to take a lot of courage, especially as you start to get older. And I'm very big on releasing any fear of being picky because it's only meant to really click in and work with one person, the one God has created for you. You are created from the rib of Adam. You get to feel each other. You get to be created and crafted perfectly for each other. And we are in a society, in a world where people say otherwise. But I'm also here to remind you there's a reason we have a 60% divorce rate. And even if you're not divorced, a majority of people are not happy in their relationships and their marriages. And trust me, I coach a lot of people. I've coached hundreds of people privately, thousands in the past 8 years. A lot of people in the Department of Love are not happy, not satisfied. And I want to change that. I truly believe when we love ourselves and we're truly connected to our creator, love thy neighbor as thyself. I think a lot of people miss the as thyself. You are meant to love yourself. You are meant to be kind and respect yourself. You're also meant to, this is just, I have to say this to you. It is so disrespectful and dishonoring to God when God gave you a vision and dreams and desires and you don't believe you get to have them. To me, it's a big F you to God. And believe me, I've spent so many relationships being like, F you, God. I don't believe that you'll actually deliver my person. So I'm going to settle. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to talk myself out of it. I'm going to say nobody's perfect or this is just the person that's placed in front of me. No. When you are walking with God and you are honoring your mission, your visions, your dreams, your desires, it's going to take longer. You're going to go through more storms. You're going to be tempted. I'm here to help you navigate that, to not settle, to rather be alone before you're with the person that God has sent for you. There is so much that you can do in your season of singleness. I know it's hard and I know it gets lonely and I know it gets frustrating. Trust me, if anyone gets it, it's me. But you know what's really freaking hard? Settling and being unhappy knowing you're not satisfied and you know that this can't be your forever. And if it was, that's not going to be a good life. And I know with the avoidant, I know with the narcissist, you are not fully happy. I know that your health is not doing the best. I know that your bank account does not look the way you want it. I know that your debt is not decreasing. I know that you don't have the full energy, love, and vitality. And the person you're with is supposed to amplify that. It's supposed to get better tenfold. It's supposed to wildly increase. And if you're decreasing, there's something to say there. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that you're here. It is my intention that you really implement or take with you one thing from this episode and you go put it into play, put it into practice. Have a conversation with God. Write your list to God. Take a look and see how different that list is versus what you're entertaining or what you've been available for. Ask God to remove your attraction and addiction to narcissists, to avoidance. And if you want to take it a step further, then I invite you to do the 4 steps with me. You can do them on your own or you can do them one-to-one with me. Every single one of my clients who has done them one-to-one with me and actually showed up to all the calls and did the work has recovered. The solution is here. It is my intention to get it out to you. So thank you for being here. And a little update after the podcast review. If you've been following me, listening to me for a little bit, a bunch of my clients went ahead and left some amazing positive reviews. I invite you to go listen to them, to go look at them. And what I am doing, if you go ahead and leave a 5-star review and you type something, screenshot it to me, send it to me on Instagram at Dr.Onalee, and I'm going to send you a free God Has Your Back meditation. And I'm going to enter you to win at the end of the month a 30-minute one-to-one with me. I'm going to select 5 people. So That's my invitation for you. Have an amazing rest of your day, amazing rest of your night. Shoot me a message on Instagram if anything comes up, and I'll be talking to you in the next episode.